Hello, audience. My name is Dawson. His name is Justin.
Hello.
And today we just saw the newest installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Doctor Strange. It is as follows: a former neurosurgeon embarks on a journey of healing only to be drawn into the world of the mystic arts. Starring Benedict Cumberbatch and Justin. What did you think?
It is definitely one of the strongest movies in the MCU so far. I loved all like a lot of times, like a lot of like green screen and CGI can be like
Telling.
it can be like a destructive thing where it just like completely tears the movie apart. But this movie did it extremely well.
Yeah.
I feel like a good amount of their budget just like went straight into the editing process,
Oh, yeah.
and it worked out very well in my opinion.
Mhm.
There was a lot of visuals that were trippy,
Yeah.
but not necessarily in a bad way. Um, this movie has been described by many as a mindfuck, and just from the visuals alone, that's kind of what it is.
Psychedelic.
Yeah. Benedict Cumberbatch is great, and I'm glad he's in the MCU. Like a few times within the movie, I just had the idea of I can't wait to see him next to Tony Stark
Yeah.
because they seem like they'd go great together.
Sherlock versus Sherlock.
Exactly. Um, but this movie was just overall just like powerful film.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch is a great actor. Basically, I could not. There's not a single moment in the movie I have a problem with.
Mhm.
A thing I'm inclined to say is there's a tad bit too much humor in my opinion, but that's a Marvel movie,
Mhm.
so it's going to be there.
Yeah.
This one I could have dealt with it being more of a serious note, which it already was, but being a tad bit more serious than it was. Like the cloak of levitation did not need to constantly be poking and prodding at Doctor Strange.
Well, I think I don't know much about it, but the cloak has a temper,
Uh huh.
and I think it does that sometimes.
Hmm.
And they're just trying to do it as well as possible in this movie. I mean, I thought it was pretty funny when he's fighting the guy in the hallway, and the cloak just flies off and grabs around its head and starts like
Yeah.
slamming his head against the ground, trying to protect Strange because the cloak is his
Relic.
his relic. It's the one who chose him. Your relic will choose you, and the cloak was always trying to do is protect him, but it's kind of like a child. It just doesn't know how to yet. It doesn't really connect with Steven yet. And I just like when it's like just like trying to clean him up and trying to protect him and just flying off. And when they're in the surgeon room,
Hmm.
in the surgery room, and the cloak's just levitating there, and Reggie McAdams is just like, what the hell is that? It just it's a cape. It's just a
Yeah.
cape, but it's a funny cape.
Yeah.
And I get what you're saying about the comedy overall in the movie. There's a few jokes here and there, and I'm like, we didn't really need that. Like, I think everybody was kind of like, there were people in the theater that laughed. We had like maybe 10 people in our theater, a theater that can probably sit 40
Hmm.
people. We had about 10,
I'll say way more than 40. I think closer to
probably
100.
maybe 100. Um, but the whole Wi-Fi password joke, like here's this. What is this supposed to be my mantra or whatever? No, it's the Wi-Fi password. We're not
It
savages.
was funny when you
It
first
was.
saw it in the trailer, but seeing it for the 100th time, it
It's
kind of
not.
just
It's not even that. It's just you guys are mystic artists. You don't need Wi-Fi.
true.
It's just where are you guys at? You guys are in the middle of nowhere
Hmm.
in a completely different, not dimension. Just you don't need Wi-Fi.
Hmm.
And it's just kind of it's one of those jokes that they're just trying to be like trying to bring it back to the real world to like a real world comedy. There's some jokes in here that just didn't work, but it doesn't mean they weren't funny. It's just I felt like it needed to be more serious because I mean this is a completely different movie than we ever seen in the MCU. I mean this movie is setting up the multiverse. We all our favorite heroes are coming to an end, and that's what people need to understand. Everything is coming to an end in the MCU, and Doctor Strange is going to open up the new MCU
Hmm.
within the multiverse. It's gonna happen. We're not gonna see Steve Rogers anymore. We're not gonna see Tony Stark, Bruce Banner, Thor. We're not gonna see these guys anymore. We're gonna be seeing Ant Man. We're gonna be seeing Falcon. We're gonna be seeing Scarlet Witch and Vision and other people. Spider Man. We're gonna be seeing these characters now. These are our new MCU, and now they're bringing in other people from the multiverse, other storylines. We can now have Secret Wars. We can have Lady Thor.
Hmm.
Miles Morales could come in. Anybody could come in from the MCU. You could have a Spider Gwen movie. Anybody can come in right now. You could have a Spider Verse movie. Imagine seeing Spider Verse two Sony property spiders, and then the MCU Spider-Man coming together, plus all the other Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, the Doctor Octopus Spider-Man, and anybody, Miles Morales. Endless possibilities, even endless possibilities for other Doctor Stranges to come in, or other Tony Starks, or anybody to come in, kind of take up the mantle. I mean, it's endless what this movie produces and what it kind of unfolds in front of you. It's endless possibilities, and the special effects. Holy shit, who did these? Because this by far has the best CGI out of any of the MCU movies.
Mm.
I don't know who designed it. I don't know who painstakingly had to sit there and render that out. But oh my god, what a mind-melting amount of special effects. It was fantastic. And, stuff doesn't move that way. Somebody had to sit there and design that.
True.
Stuff doesn't move. I mean, an Ancient One. Wow. People were so mad that they gender bended that. I could give a fuck. Because I know the Sorcerer Supreme, Ancient One, was going to die anyway. Because Doctor Strange becomes the Sorcerer Supreme. But Tilda Swinton, she's amazing. She did a great job as the Ancient One. Wong in this movie, arguably one of my new favorite characters in the MCU. He's just the librarian who just doesn't laugh. He's so straight faced, just like, what? And then at the end when he starts laughing, I'm just like, okay, this guy's he's a little bit crazy, but he's fun. And God, it's just Rachel McAdams as the love interest as Dr. Palmer. Two Palmers in DC and Marvel now. But she was great. I love Rachel McAdams. She's in a lot of those romantic movies, but she did a great job as Palmer. What's her name? Christine Palmer. She was great. Everybody was great. Everybody was great in this movie. Everybody did their job. The only thing I might say I was not keen on is Marvel, when it comes to their live action movies, are not good with villains.
Yeah.
The villain in this movie, though I like the actor, great actor, he plays a lot of great villains. He also is playing Hannibal in the TV show, Hannibal Lecter. He is a good actor, but I didn't care about the villain.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, I just want to see more of them fighting. I don't care what he's trying to do. I just didn't care, but didn't mean it was... The best villain in the MCU, everybody knows, is Loki. Everybody else is just kind of lame. And they're never going to come back. The only one that actually comes back ever is Loki. Everybody else is either dead or locked up.
They're better at creating like a long-term villain rather than the one-off per movie villain.
Yeah.
Like setting up Thanos as much as they have so far. Like,
he better be good. He better be good.
He better be one of the best things within the MCU.
Because this is a decade of building up, and if he's not good,
heads will roll.
it's gonna be hectic, and hopefully they do a good job with Thanos. And they talk about the Infinity Stones in this movie, of course. The
Eye of whatever.
The Eye of not Saruman, that's fucking Lord of the Rings. The Eye of whatever. It's an Infinity Stone. They just come out and just say it. It's an Infinity Stone. That's cool seeing that. There's lots of relics in this movie, lots of things. Stanley's cameo, not going to spoil it, but it was just a short, sweet, funny cameo. As per usual. That was just fun. Not going to spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen the movie. But overall, I just felt like it was a strong installment in the MCU. This is Phase 3 now. And it's strong. It's a strong movie with strong actors, strong characters. The origin story was great. This is just a giant origin story for Doctor Strange. You didn't really get to see the amount of power he possesses, really, because they didn't even call him the Sorcerer Supreme at the end. They never actually gave him the title. So there's still more to come. The end credit scene. So, spoiler alert. Click away now if you do not want to know the end credit scene. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is basically setting up Doctor Strange to be in Thor Ragnarok.
Which I am totally down for. Thor is my favorite out of the whole series of movies. Like, Thor has his mystical powers from being a god. Doctor Strange has his mystical powers from being a sorcerer. And I just would love them to come side by side and do whatever they need to do. To do whatever they need to do. To do whatever they need to do.
Thor, Doctor Strange, and the Hulk.
Powerful.
A very powerful trio. And... yeah, it was a very short end credit scene. End credit scenes only last for about 30 seconds at the mask. mask, max. Um, but yeah, they're setting up Doctor Strange to be in that movie, so look out for his cameo because of course they have to fit him in contract wise into as many movies as they can before his contract expires. They usually have a set amount of cameos and or movies he can be in.
Hmm.
Um, so we're probably going to see him a lot. We're definitely going to see him in Infinity War. They've already confirmed that.
Hmm.
We're going to see him in Thor Ragnarok. We have his own movie. I don't know how many movies are on his contract, but possibly and most definitely they need to do a Doctor Strange 2
Hmm.
because it's already broken like $100 million in the first 3 days. In the U.S. alone, it's like 83 or 86 million. Overseas, it's at like 100 million something. In China and Japan, it's doing great right now, like every MCU movie does. Um, but it's crazy. And then also, I guess you can count Infinity War Part 2 or Avengers 4, whatever you want to call it. Just so much. Such a cool character. Can't wait to see what's next
Yeah,
for him.
I don't know much about Doctor Strange, but this movie has me enthralled with him.
Yeah, he's a.
He is so freaking
Have you
cool.
seen the animated movie?
Nope.
Watch it.
Hmm.
Just watch it. It's probably on Netflix. It's a great one. That's where my base of knowledge is in that anime movie. Because I don't know much about Doctor Strange, but it's great seeing this movie because now I want to know more. He is a cool character. Justin,
Hmm.
any last words, and we can move on to ratings.
I'm just excited for everything moving forward. I mean, I love Thor. I'm so excited for Thor Ragnarok, especially now that Doctor Strange has a very strong possibility of being in there. So I'm just excited with everything moving forward.
Yeah,
How about you?
I the same. I mean, it gives me more hope for Thor Ragnarok because I'm not a fan of the Thor movies. I think it's a cool character, but knowing that Doctor Strange, Hulk, and Thor are all three going to be teaming up somewhere in the movie, that has me intrigued and kind of excited for Thor Ragnarok now. But yeah.
1 year from this month. So it seems so far away, but I feel like it's going
Oh
past
no,
quickly.
all these movies this year. There's so many movies this year that I was so looking forward to seeing, and they came and went so fast. There's so many movies I want to see, and we didn't get to see even 1/10 of them.
Yeah.
But it just this year went by so fast, and it's going to keep on coming by fast. You know, in 2020 we have Infinity War, and that seems so far away, but fuck, it's right on the corner. It's right
Next year
around the
we already
corner.
have like what 5 or so. I think it's actually like 8 comic book related movies coming. We have Spider-Man, Thor, Wonder Woman, and so much more to look forward to.
Yeah.
So we'll have our time pass very
Guardians
nicely.
3 or Guardians 2.
Yeah.
So many, so many.
So ratings then.
Yeah, go on. You go first.
So this has been. I can say I easily enjoyed this more than most Marvel movies. If not, this is my most favorite currently. That might just be the hype from just seeing
It's the
it.
initial hype.
But
Though I do really enjoy it.
I think this movie deserves a 9.5. This is my highest
Same.
rating so far, but I loved it with almost every single fiber of my being.
Mhm.
What do you?
It is definitely one of the best MCU movies to date. Uh, no one can argue. So I'm going to give it a strong 8.9.
Hmm.
Not a 9, 8.9.
And would you recommend?
See it. Just it's the MCU. See every movie.
I same. I find it funny that overall I saw the entire movie, every MCU movie that came out so far before you did, basically because you hadn't seen Thor Ragnarok to completion. I watched that forever ago. Basically, I had the entire thing done, and you had one movie. I just find that
I've
funny.
seen it.
I mean, yeah, now
I've seen
you
them
have.
all.
Now you have, but until I recommended it to you, you might not have seen it. Except for, you might have saw it like right before Thor Ragnarok, but still, that might be a stretch. Any final words?
Benedict Cumberbatch is a good American accent.
Yeah,
Good job.
yeah.
I was not expecting that. And literally, while listening to it, final notes, while watching it and listening to it, I was like, he sounds like Gregory House. Like, it sounds like he's doing a House impression. If you've ever seen that show. Like, it's just uncanny, like Hugh Laurie House. Just the deep voice, the kind of, I can't even do it, but it just reminded me of House. Just two doctors. All right, sign us out.
So that's it for us, guys. Join us on Thursday for Throwback Thursday. It is my pick. I'll try to find something good to watch to follow up this astounding movie, but nothing I pick will probably ever come close to how I feel about this movie. But till then, guys, we'll see y'all later.
Bye.